Hello everyone. Today I would like to talk about a certain book which I read recently. It's Papillon by Henri Charrière. So I'm gonna give out three reasons. It's gonna be a very quick video why I think you should read this book. So basically, what it's about. The action takes place in 1920s in France, where the author of the book is wrongly accused of murder. He gets really tough sentence. I think it's life in prison or 25 years or something like that. Mainly because of his criminal background, it was probably easy to frame him. But yeah, so he gets sent out to South America in French Guyana, the French overseas territory. And out there, it was really, really tough. You can probably imagine that 100 years ago, the conditions where inmates were kept and what food they had and shelter and safety, it was whole different story. Oh, very, very bad, and yeah, you get the picture. So yeah, the three things why I think you should read this book is the first one, I think, is the resilience, the endurance, the mental clarity, and the faith. Like seriously, he was in such a hellhole, but his mind was so crystal clear that he's gonna get out, and he's not settling. He wasn't accepting mentally his fate, and I think this theme really comes across when you read self-help books like The Power of the Subconscious Mind or Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, that he wasn't letting all this negativity to defeat him. And at times really I was thinking that he must be faking this, because I imagine there's no way a human being could survive what he had to endure. I mean, picture this, being locked in a small cell with little to no food, with worms around, and you are stuck there. You can't even get out for 1 hour outside just to walk and get some sunshine. And you are not even allowed to talk to other inmates and not really to other guards as well. Like there's absolute silence, or there's gonna be beatings. And he had to go through that, and despite this he came out on top. He crawled out. So that's the first thing. The second thing, I think, is more to do with, like, for example, some of you probably had heard of a certain book, 48 Laws of Power, and I think some of this stuff in that book he kind of uses. Like, for example, one of the law is treat yourself as a king and you'll be treated as one. And I think quite a few times in this book he uses that law, and it proves true. So that's other thing that I've noticed. And the third one, which is probably the biggest flex or surprise, is the power of relationships. Because I think nowadays we tend to think that everything is very kind of me, like what I have, how much money I've got, what's my job, what's my social status, etc. And with this book, it kind of shows that just one person can turn your life around. You can have no money, and suddenly you're taken care of. You have plenty. People will help you out. You have no food. People again will help you out. No job. People will reach out to you. You need a favor. You think there's no way of getting out of a certain situation, but because some people, the door is open for you, and that's the beauty of it. The beauty of faith and the beauty of relationships. So I think that's the third thing that really stuck with me. And I think if you read this book, you will see those things, and you will know what I mean. So of course, apart from that, it's just a great adventure. Obviously I don't want to give out too much spoilers about the actions, so you can just read for yourself and then explore and be surprised on your own about the adventures. But it's quite a roller coaster what he had to go through. And yeah, then there's also two movies. I've seen the original one based on the book, played by Steve McQueen, which I can also really recommend. It's a great movie. So if you've seen the book and if you like it, if you like to share some of your own thoughts about the book and what you've got out of it, please comment. Thanks.